This is part 2 of the homework video guide for section 3.4. And for this next problem, letter 1i, I'm graphing the function y equals to 4 minus 1/2 x squared. And basically this x value here is going to be replaced with these x values down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the x value is 0. That's probably the easiest one to kind of calculate. So this is going to be 4 minus 1/2 times 0 to the power 2. And 0 to the power 2 is going to be 0, and 0 times 1/2. So all this part is simply going to be 0. So 4 minus 0 is going to be 4. So when x is 0, y is going to be 4. All right, so that was one of the easier ones to kind of calculate, but then after that we need to kind of calculate the next one. So when x equals to 2, what happens? So that's going to be 1/2 bracket 2 all squared. And if I do 2 squared, that's going to be 4, right? So it's going to be 4 minus 1/2 bracket. So 2 to the power 2 is going to be 4, right? And then what is 4 times 1/2? Well, 4 times 1/2 is going to be 2. So 4 minus 2 is going to be 2. So when x equals to 2, the y value is going to be 2 as well. Okay. And then let's just do a few more here. I guess the next one that we should look at is when x equals to 4 here. Okay, so it's going to be 4 minus 1/2 bracket 4 to the power 2. And now this is a kind of a BEDMAS problem now. So 4 minus 1/2. And 4 to the power 2 is going to be 16. And 16 times 1/2 is going to be 8. So 4 minus 8. And 4 minus 8 is going to be -4. So there's a -4 right there. Okay, and then if you complete the rest of the table, you should also get 2 over here and -4 over there if you do your BEDMAS steps correctly. All right, so let's go ahead and plot the points here. I would go ahead and graph this point here, 0, 4. So 0, 4 is about there. So that's the point 0, 4. And then I would go ahead and graph 2, 2 and -2, 2 as well. So let's go ahead and plot this point and that point. So that's going to be over here. 2, 2 is right there in orange, and -2, 2 is going to be over here on the other side. Okay, and then we have 4, -4. So that's going to be down here, and then down 4 steps from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So down there. So this point right here is the point 4, -4, and this point right here is going to be actually not right there. Just 1 second. There you go. And that's going to be -4, -4. And if I go ahead and plot the points there, this is what the graph will look like. And indeed, this is going to be a function because it passes the vertical line test. So this part here is also the second part of the question is determining if the relation is a function or not, and it is because it passes the vertical line test. Okay, just 2 more questions to go, and then we're done this homework video guide. Letter K next. I have y equals to the square root of x. And this one's not too bad because we're just taking, I have 3 x values I have in mind here. So if I plug in 0 for there, what's the square root? What's the square root of 0? Well, the square root of 0 is going to be 0. So when x is 0, y is 0. And then I have 4, right? Okay, so what's the square root of 4? Well, the square root of 4 is going to be 2. So when x equals to 4, y is going to be 2. And then finally, if I have 9, what's the square root of 9? Well, the square root of 9 is going to be 3. And these are the 3 points that I should plot. So 0, 0 is right here. 4, 2 is about here. And 9, 3 is going to be way out here. So somewhere over there. Maybe that point is 9, 3. This point is 4, 2. And this is the point 0, 0. And then you just connect the dots here. And indeed, this is going to be a function because it passes the vertical line test. So this is a function here. Okay, great. Let's do one more and then we'll finish up this homework video guide. Okay, so I have now my next function for my very last problem here. Letter 1L is going to be 1/2 x to the power 3. So whenever we have an x there, that x is going to be replaced with these x values right there. All right, so another kind of a BEDMAS type of problem. So 1/2 bracket, let's try 2 first. So 2 to the power 3. Then ask yourself, what is 2 to the power 3? Well, 2 to the power 3 is going to be 8, and 8 times 1/2 is going to be 4. All right, so when x is equal to 2, y is going to be 4. Okay, the next one is going to be 0. All right, so if I plug in 0 there, 0 cubed is going to be 0, and 0 times a half is going to be 0. So when x equals to 0, y is going to be 0 there. And finally, the last point I want to check out is -2. All right, so just make sure you put that negative number in brackets. So this is going to be 1/2. And if you raise a negative number to the power 3, that's the same thing as -2 times -2 times -2. I have 3 negative signs. So the final answer will be negative. And 2 times 2 times 2 is going to be 8. And 8 times a half is going to be 4, right? So it's going to be -4 for that one there. Okay, let's go ahead and plot the points here. 0, 0 is right there. 2, 4 is about here. And -2, -4 is about there, right? So this is what the graph will look like. Something like that, curvy shape like that. And indeed, this is also a function because it passes the vertical line test. So for every x value, there's only one y value. So this is going to be a function as well. Okay, so there's a homework video guide for section 3.4. Most of the kind of skills you need for this particular homework lesson is to be able to do those calculations in your head: multiplication, division, add or subtract, and then plot the points.